year. 80, T-Rel, Almighty Suspect, Flacco, who knows what Gina's getting, blah, blah, blah. Those are not even one half of all the guests that are rotating hosts on the platform. Now, Adam, by both of his channels, probably get about like 30 to 40 million views a month, right? When you extrapolate what the AdSense is going to pay for that, also you got to add to the fact, like, I'm thinking on a business sense, right? Because I understand what bills are. Bro, he bought a $5 million building. He's white, so he ain't on. He probably definitely can afford to do what I do, like just pay it cash. But he probably did, who knows, $300,000 down, and he probably has like a hefty bill that he has to pay in terms of a mortgage. You get what I mean? So you got to pay all these hosts. You got to pay a mortgage. You got to pay people behind the camera. You got to pay security. You got to pay this. You got to pay that. Bro, his bills is probably wild, bro. It's probably not supported by what is being brought in by that channel. Now, in first inception, and this is why I think people are forgetting the whole story. The nigga literally said, there was a time, I know this as a fact, because I'm on YouTube now. Like I could tell you right now, I've been live for right now, I've been live on YouTube at this point. How long this stream been? This stream been 5 hours. YouTube ain't paying shit for the live stream. I haven't made $100. That's a fact. That's just what it is. So what I'm trying to say is that if I know and I pull numbers and he's pulling similar numbers, but he got niggas I don't got nobody to pay for what I'm doing on this. That's why when I hire people, I like to hire them for the brand, because those are long. Like, I don't even look at, what you're earning me back. But with Adam, when you're hiring people for a motherfucking channel, you have to look at that. Do you get what I mean? So cool. How do you go to sleep every day? And by the way, this should change. Like, the live streaming should change. It changed before I even came over to YouTube. I just like YouTube because it be giving the most numbers. I always told you live streaming don't really pay me at all. But it's the same with Adam. That's why he switched to pre-recorded. That all makes sense. He's not getting paid that much money, so he's losing money. Oh, we're switching to pre-recording because niggas curse on live, and as soon as you curse on live, that shit's limited. It's done, right? No matter how long you're on for. I said, fuck, it's done, right? So nobody want to acknowledge these things. He's not making money. Now, how would you feel as a businessman when you got to pay these guys over $100,000 a year, and then they go home and basically all the drama that's probably giving you headaches and this and third that's not contributing to you getting money, they go home and talk about it and add additional stuff and make it probably even worse for inter-office relationships. It was probably not sustainable, I'm trying to tell you. Now, granted, there's a lot more other ways to make money. It probably was making some money on Facebook, definitely was making some money on Snapchat, also some other ancillary deals. I'm not acting like, and by the way, I'm not acting like that's not the only way people make money, right? So the live stream. So if you're wondering why he cut the live stream is cut because, or why they start doing pre-recorded, you don't make no money doing live streams really no more on YouTube. Twitch pays way more on live stream compared to YouTube. YouTube used to pay a lot. It's done. So now you have a nigga who has 8 people on salary have to make the decisions. What do you want him to do? Just keep paying because that's the homies? Or, now again, should he have communicated right with them? Duh. But he got to make a choice. Yo, bro, this shit is not even really worth it. Let's move from live to pre-recorded. But also, when we have drama and shit in the office, we need to monetize off of it. And I don't know, let's do some shit where we get a therapist, blah, blah. But it got to be all on this channel that it could make it value what I'm paying y'all in salary. Like, what? Y'all gonna be mad at him for that?
To be honest, I think a lot of that could have been, your mic's kind of acting up, but I think a lot of that could have been negated if he was actually a good friend and actually was paying attention to what other people was doing around him instead of being very dismissive to what the other people were doing until it got so big that it
Bro, he's always been the non-people person. Here's the thing. Now, this is where I depart from rocking with his stance. I understand the business stance. I knew it was going to get here. I see these things 10 years before it happens. What I think makes his friends feel a certain type of way is because he's pivoting from African American content or content that involves culture or utilizing African American faces to now what the new meta is on. And I said this to him. I said the new meta right now on YouTube, you trying to get a shit ton of views, is to have racists talk to non-racists, misogynists talk to non-misogynists, sexists talk to non-sexists, transgenders talks to transphobia people. What is he doing? Hey, here's this tranny, talk to this person who hates trannies. Here's this Nazi, talk to this person who don't like Nazi. That's the fucking meta. I'm telling you what it is. The meta right now is not, and this is where I think you would have probably had a hard time telling the people in No Jumper. There was a meta before where he was, you could call it exploiting or whatever, when it came to gang politics. That ain't the meta no more. Nobody gives a fuck. It's over. Nobody cares. It's done. Nobody cares. YouTube and move on. Right now, YouTube is, are you debating Tate, relationships, transgenders, racism, all of that. That's why everybody is trying to get into this fresh and fit, just pearly things like this Rogan-esque conspiracy. I'm telling you, that's nigga, I've been on YouTube for over a decade. I know what the meta is. I just make sure I'm the best at doing what I got to do, that I don't got to do weird shit. Like when people think of news, people think of act. If they didn't think of me like that, I'd have to pivot too. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what's happening with Adam, he's been abandoning hip hop. Fuck that. It's not making me no money. What's making me money? Go look at his channel for views, my nigga. Like, bro, I wasn't just clowning Sharpie for not getting no views. Go look at No Jumper for.
All right, guys, I just wanted to give you a little.
Bro, look. Bro, he's trying to give niggas who are rappers, like, look, he did an hour interview. I don't know who Cash Kid is. It's probably a rapper. He did an hour interview with the nigga 10 hours ago, 10K views, bro. You think, bro, Adam gets a lot of money from doing other things. And this is what I was trying to tell people. What Adam is doing now is that Adam, the lucrative thing in Adam life that is added, like, for example, it's always been like that. Even, I'm at your spirit with y'all. Like, before I had a Spotify deal, anything that had to do with anything I wanted to like hire or whatever with was fueled and probably it was funded by my existing relationships with labels that I had big money coming in from, and also my YouTube. Now, granted, whatever I was paying or whoever I was paying had nothing to do with those things. Those things exist without it. So I'm taking a loss because if, as a business, you got to compartmentalize. So Adam's maybe bringing in $10 million, right? $10 million coming in. Yo, probably even more, right? But let's use $10 million. Let's say he makes $8 million off porn. Then he makes $2 million off of No Jumper shit. But he's in the hole $3 million on No Jumper shit. What does that mean? You have to take $1 million from your porn shit to fund No Jumper shit. Now, why would you do that? Now, maybe some things are your passion project. Maybe you have a long-term goal for that shit, right? But the more you lose money, the more you're going to get towards, like, if I'm going to lose money on some shit, I want to make sure it's what I want to do. Adam realized, like, yo, bro, like, I'm not going to keep paying for this hip-hop shit constantly. Bro, I'd rather just hear trannies discuss what they got to discuss. I'd rather hear Destiny and some other nigga discuss. So he probably said, bro, I got to make a change. I have zero problem with what Adam did business-wise. You got to understand that part. I only have a problem with how he deals with people. You should know that AD put his life, put his reputation, probably stood out there for you a lot of times, and you need to treat that man, and you should also be very apparent and very good to him in a way that even if there is a leeway where it's like, yo, hey, we're eventually going to have to stop having you on a channel because we're pivoting. He should be the first to know. He should be comfortable. He should, like, play this. You know, I never said nothing about Complex. Bro, they told me, they said, Ak, are you going to sign this next contract? If you do, most likely, we might cancel Everyday Struggle after the 6 months. If you don't, well, in the next 3 months, we're probably going to wrap it up. The decision is in your hands because you are the guy for Everyday Struggle. Bro, I knew it ahead of time. Okay, whatever decision I made, it gave me enough time to go plan my next move. I can't be mad at Complex, bro. They made a business decision. They allowed me to make the decision on my end on what the timing was. bro, we can't be mad at Adam because the dude's left, bro. Like, no way. I'm not going to sit here. I'm happy for AD. I'm happy for T-Rel. I'm happy for everybody else. But Adam made a decision. And again, I'm not him. He has different wants, different things he's interested in, right? Look at this. Anti-porn activists try to convince Adam and Destiny that porn should be illegal or whatever the case is, right? Bro, he likes those debates. That's just what it is. Even then, it still does better than when he talks to rappers. He don't like talking to rappers no more. It doesn't do anything for him. He still gets shitted on. Fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Call it culture vulturing. Yeah, I could call culture vulturing. I wouldn't even have a problem if I did. But I'm just trying to tell you why I understand and I feel bad for him on a business level, because everybody's going to get to this point. You know what? When I communicated with him the day before AD came on here, I said, yo, I hope if I ever hire a bunch of employees and shit got to go like this, I hope I'm seeing just like how Dave Portnoy's seen when it came to him handling the stuff with Barstools. Because Dave Portnoy lost Alexandra Cooper, who went to Spotify with a $60 million deal, and Sophia Franklin, who later said that just Dave Portnoy just was offering them a robbery deal, and he was so transparent that nobody hated him. Everybody said, bro, yeah, you couldn't afford it. You gave them the best option. You tried to work it out. You were fair. We still fuck with you. We still fuck with you. That's as much you could do as a boss. Yo, every boss is going to be an asshole at some point, right? You're just hoping that you don't want to exactly do it like Joe Budden, but you don't want to do it like Adam either. But these decisions that they had to make was one of the same. Let's talk about Joe Budden. I'm dropping an episode today. Me and Joe, we're talking about all type of stuff. Joe Budden had to go through some of the same stuff with these guys. Joe said it. He finally said it. He never told me ever before, but I always just speculated. I knew. He finally said it. Said it on the pod. Bro, these guys never knew what the Spotify deal was. They never had any relationship with it. I was shocked that they were talking about it like they did on the pod. I never knew. I always was like, okay, you guys are talking like you know. Well, I hope you also know that I've been telling you that there's beef with Spotify. He basically said these niggas never knew shit. So when these guys started misunderstanding what their role was, and then they're like, they came like sharp. Yo, I thought we were partners. No, motherfucker. You have a profit participation, but it doesn't mean you own part of the show. It doesn't mean none of that. Everybody has like this warped type of thing, but this is what someone who has a business has to deal with. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and bash this nigga Adam for that. Now, the pedophile shit, that's his own shit. Okay? Shit. I asked that nigga, I said, you want to get on here to talk about it? He told me, he said, he says, yeah, I will. He said, not right now. He says, bro, I'm just not in the best shape to talk about shit like that right now. He's like, just give me a time. I really appreciate it. Bro, I'm going to give you some time. Like, nigga, you ain't ducking it. Nigga, you get on here at some point or we link up, we going to talk about it. I'll press him exactly how y'all want me to press him. But I'm not going to I'm not going to try to formulate this whole like, yo, Adam's the bad guy because of how the company went. Bro, no company gets ran like that. I keep trying to tell y'all. He got homegrown talent, and I know some of y'all probably like, move the fuck on. But I'm giving y'all the whole routine, bro. You got homegrown talent versus you got like talent that comes in elsewhere. Bro, TMZ does not allow, it could be a fan favorite. They can't go start a podcast. They can't go like stream. They can't do any of that. You know why they can't do any of that? Because TMZ feels like that would be taken away from their business and taken away from potential money they could make. Adam allowed his people to do that. Obviously, they ain't signed no contract with him. And I definitely agree with T-Rel. He should have definitely approached them and said, bro, yo, I see y'all shit growing. And you know, y'all all kind of started from here. Let's just all combine. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be part of the No Jumper universe. Y'all still own y'all shit. And whenever, you know, we all support each other, we could probably leverage y'all brand, y'all leverage my brand, and we could get some bigger deals in the future. That shit would work. That's what I've been saying. That shit would work. But this whole thing, go ahead.
Now, separate from, I hear what you're saying, and I just finished, like you put, I wasn't really paying attention because again, I already watched them, they shit that much, so I didn't realize he stopped doing the live shit. But we seen Adam try to make a pivot before back to like his side of shit. Do you think this is a pragmatic way to like continue the brand though?
Yeah.
You think like this will be sustainable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely sustainable, but Adam got to stop half-assing it though. And when I talk to him,
what do you mean by that?
You got to stop half-assing it. Bro, you want to go into content that's political? You want to go into content that has to do with dating? You want to go into content that has to do with debates? And most of these debates are very strong among the cis white male. Like, stop hiring these niggas then, because you can't. You love bringing Destiny on a show that you can't put none of your star host to debate with him or even to host him. You can't. Flacco's is stuttering like you can't have him with Destiny. So nigga, hire some dudes who could actually complement the content you want to do. If you're gonna hire black niggas or niggas who are cultural, be willing to do cultural content. Don't hire niggas and then want to do content about transgenders. It just doesn't matter. Like, that's not even where their mind is at. They want to talk about what them and their friends are talking about. Yo, YSL trial. Oh shit, this happened with this person. This is what's relevant to their life. Your content, like, it's fine. They're gonna call you a culture vulture no matter what, my guy. Like, yo, like Adam, you're white. Like, they're not gonna look at you like you've held it down. If you're making the pivot, just make the pivot. You've also said that people who looked at y'all as, you know what I mean, the underground interview space, there's mad more competition and y'all don't even aim to be that. So leave it alone. Look at the views. If you look at the views, you know where you're going to see the views is at? The views is at anytime y'all have Destiny on the channel, anytime y'all have some debates that kind of don't have a lot to do with hip hop, bro, just go that realm. And there's nothing wrong with if you ask me to go that realm. This Destiny Richard Spencer interview, one of the biggest ones you've seen in a while. Look, Destiny, John Zerka. I don't even know who Zerka is. Look, these are the biggest joints on the channel. I don't know if y'all know about the PBD podcast. That's kind of in the realm where I see Adam going, and I don't think there's a problem with it. My thing to Adam is you don't have to try to appease everybody. Like, don't hire a fake AD if you're not still trying to do LA content. I think there was a meta for No Jumper. He was doing a lot of like LA gangbanger content. That shit is not it no more. He's off of it. But also, I can't even blame Adam because everybody who worked for Adam, we all know white people. When white people get done with a toy, they throw it to the back. They don't keep trying to play with it because they feel sorry for it. It's over. Y'all seen Toy Story? It's a dub. He played around with the LA gang culture shit for a little bit. All right, you be for you. You do this. You do this. All right, let me find out about you. Crip Mac, blah, blah. All right, it's done. I'm moving on. It's over. Which I won't. Like, that's what it is. That's what white people could do. We're not saying that he was doing it on some malicious shit, but yo, he's focused on some other shit now. What, you gonna get mad? I'm just telling you the truth. So I'm just not mad that he's switching up the content. I just think that he just should. If I'm him, I would look to get people like Destiny and other people on the platform, and there is a big lane for that. And by the way, I think there's an upside in views for that. I think where he's stuck in an interesting situation is that it's only the niggas that you could get to pay, and they'll be okay with the pay to constantly do content for you. But none of them could, like, Destiny's not gonna take a job there. Destiny streams every day. Destiny got a whole situation. You get what I mean? So, like, you know, maybe the Zerka nigga, but you can't pay Destiny to be the next AD or T-Rail. Like, he got too much.
That's kind of my question when it comes to sustainability too.
But now, you know what he got to do? He got to go find people in that content space. You got to go find the young Sneakos. You got to go find the young Destinies. They exist. They're on streams. They exist. But this is a hard right you're making from hip hop. Do you get what I mean?
No, I definitely get what you mean. I feel like he was using hip hop as the base for his channel in the first place. And granted, he always wanted to do content that was.
No, that's a fact. No, and that's why I think, like, I'm gonna be honest. As much as you say that, I don't think he's that much of a shitty person where he ain't feel guilty about it. I think that's why he was trying to wean it out. Bro, I think he's been trying to do this for a while, but if he really just didn't give a fuck, he would just fired everybody already. I think them niggas quitting gave him a sigh of relief. Like, whoa, okay, let me just chill, let me get through the storm, and after I get through the storm, I'll rebuild. At the end of the day, everybody keeps saying no jumper, T-Rel, and AD. No jumper is Adam 22. He's going to be fine. Yes, he's going to take a hit. Yes, the sub's going to be down. The view's going to be down. But just like with no jumper, again, just like with Joe Budden, a year later, y'all fall in love with the other dudes. He has a formula. It's going to work. My only thing is, if I'm him, you see what I see what you're trying to do. You don't need to make it like, you don't need to do hip hop any favors. Just do this. You get what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Like, if you're going to abandon it completely.
Just abandon it completely, bro.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Like, yeah, you're going to still do some shit with some women, right? Because, obviously they got a plug talk, this and third. But shit, like, it was clear when he was talking about it, like, nigga, Sharp's a bum. That nigga got 36,000 views. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what this is, but it's got 7.3 thousand. They ain't making him no money. But he was pointing, like, he was picking and choosing, like, oh, that show don't make me no money, when he was trying to get rid of those people. None of this shit not making you no money. And the majority of the views is gonna come from this whole bullshit with people like Destiny and Richard Spencer. That's just how it is.
I was just wondering, like, how many of these conversations can you have with the same people?
All right, guys, I just wanted to give you
a lot. Look at PBD podcast. You see, some of y'all be just too stuck in hip hop. Well, so they got PBD podcast, and then I think it's called Sauce Money or whatever the case is. He be interviewing the same niggas. Bro, it's a meta, bro. I'm telling y'all, it's just a little meta. Fortunate for me, like, whether good or bad, I'm glad I'm the news guy, the hip hop news guy. I just stay in my pocket. Now, do I want to do other things? Yeah, but I'll never abandon my pocket because, like, I'm synonymous with it, right? But shit, I think let me see if I can find it. Adam is trying to be off camera more, or value taming, that's what it's called. Adam is trying to be off camera now. He's trying to be off camera more. Now, if I was more off camera, I couldn't really hang on the or if I wasn't giving content as much, you can't hang on the news guy shit because, yeah, people might associate Akademiks with news, but if it's somebody else doing the news, it might be like, what the fuck? So anyway, you're gonna see like it's gonna be like content like this, except I think No Jumper just has a bigger brand. You feel me? They bring Destiny on a bunch of times, all that type of shit. And you could probably see it just all over, you know what I mean?
because that was.
And by the way, you know what the final straw was? All this drama that done happened, and Adam probably looked at his last month earnings to this month, and not a fucking change in the money he got. And then you know what he probably looked? He probably looked at the growth of Figmunity or back on Fig and community and be like, damn, I'm not growing from it. I'm not making more money from it. Only they are clouting up and doing whatever from it. Fuck it, I'm done with it. Feel what I'm saying?
No, I hear what you're saying. It looks like, for what basically what you're saying, what he has to do, what he's basically going to end up doing is just housing conversations, be the facilitator for bigger conversations that wouldn't happen in those spaces. Because you just put up those other two channels, neither one of them are pulling. Like you said, the brand is just bigger.
What's this nigga name right here? Bro, listen, I be peeping shit from a mile away. What's this nigga name right here? And that's another thing I be laughing at Flacco. Flacco, you gonna be a loyal slave to a master who's looking for a slave who ain't you. Just remember that. And I won't get too much into it. What's this nigga name in the middle? What's this nigga name in the middle? Somebody tell me.
Hold on. Your stream catching up to you.
Yuri. He love that nigga. You know why? This nigga could seamlessly go into the other shit that they want to talk about. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He could seamlessly go into the other shit that they're talking about. Wasn't he on some show that everybody got fired or quit, but he stayed? He could seamlessly figure it out. Adam is fucking smart, my nigga. Like, the day Flacco stop bootlicking, he's out of there. And the day this chick stopped, you know what I mean, have too much of a problem, she out of there too. I'm telling you all the facts.
Now, question: how much of this do you think he was actually planning, or he's just like making do with what he got left?
Bro, he wanted to switch gears, but let me tell you this. Sometimes it's hard to tell people, like, when you got people like livelihood dependent on you. Like, obviously these niggas make money on their ancillary shows, but he's been paying these dudes for 3-4 years.
True.
Bro, he probably also was kind of like,
I'll spend probably longer.
he probably was thinking like, fuck, like, yo, no matter how I tell these niggas, like, I've been their only job, they're only looking to this industry, they might just think I'm just on some weird shit. You know what I mean? So it probably started with little like him bitching like, man, they keep doing this community shit and back on fake shit. He probably started with that. That's where all that shit talking came from. He probably started with that, complain a little bit more, till he started probably asking people like, yo, nah, we should probably take him off there because he don't really be doing nothing, right? A little bit more and more shit talking. Yeah. But this was a whole plan, man. Like, I don't even know why people be like delusional about it. It is what it is. Feel me? I'm just saying, I don't blame the nigga for a business decision. I just blame how he deal with people. You got to deal with 80 good.
And I'm not saying I'm delusional to like the sense that I knew he wanted to switch routes. It's more or less like,
yeah,
the way he exited. Do you think that he was like, you know what I'm saying, playing that part of it?
Well, he should have kept it real with him.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, do you think
he should have kept it real with him?
A better transition if you would have kept it real with him?
He should have kept it real with him. But I guarantee when I talk to him, I'll try to get him on here. I don't know when I can get him on here. You know what he gonna say?
He's not gonna take accountability.
No, he gonna say this shit just happened before he could tell him. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, no, that was the plan. This shit just erupted like literally in a day. Right? I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like, yeah, he was pussyfooting. He was pussyfooting, then got mad when rumors started that he was making a move. So he fired the nigga who he thought spread the rumors. But he fired the nigga knowing the rumor was true. So it's not like he fired the nigga like, damn, you telling people whack shit. That's not even true. No. It is what it is, bro.
Me. Throw my hand. It was me.
I'm telling you, man.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
But yeah.
I like how you pointed out the dude in the middle. What's his name? Yuri? Yeah, that's a good point.
Bro, I've seen one video of his. And trust me, Adam's a smart nigga. Adam realized this boy could talk about anything. From culture to content. I
don't think he worked for the show no more, though.
He don't?
I don't think so. I think he one of the people that left early. He left before all the black people. That's the crazy part.
I don't know.
Yeah, Yuri stopped. He was the first one to stop doing the shows and be streaming and shit. I don't know if he went back though. I don't know. But
so he left.
I know he left at one point. He was still around, but he was doing his own thing. And then he got popping on Twitch. He was the first one to get popping on Twitch, and then all the other the black guys started be like, "Yo, Yuri, set up my Twitch." Type shit.
Nah, brother. Everybody say he's still there, bro. Listen, let me tell you this.
He's still there.
Let me tell you this. Adam done graded everybody as expendable and not expendable. And everything I tell y'all, y'all be thinking, oh, y'all, I read some shit on Reddit. They say Act orchestrated this. No, Act got foresight, nigga. That's all it is. I could tell you what's gonna happen for the next 6 months, and y'all gonna still say I orchestrated that. You want me to tell you what happened? He's gonna start bringing them white niggas. He's gonna start bringing some people who can have those conversations with the palette of people he wants to have. Flacco and them is still gonna be there. Here's the thing with Flacco. Flacco is as good as the last drama he could bring. Which is interesting, but it's a tricky thing, but you got to stay on the good side all the time. I think everybody else is going to they're going to hit the door. I think him and Sharp is going to be a little bit interesting because I do think he believes in Sharp as a content creator. But, and also another thing that's going to help Sharp is that, you know, we could tell. You heard him talk to me. You heard him talk to anytime he talks to a man, whether it's Whack or anybody else. He's garbage really doing, I wouldn't say garbage, but you know what I mean? He's not as hard hitting and like brilliant when he talks to a man as when he talks to like an impressionable woman. But here's the thing, when Sharp talks to an impressionable woman, what's Adam's brand? Adam's brand at this point is also having a management company where he manages OnlyFans girls, but also he does plug talk. So of course, it's worth keeping sharp there because you're gonna bring some bimbos that he could talk to, go viral with, hopefully, and then you could funnel that into some OnlyFans management. That seems like business model 101. You're good with that. The Yuri nigga, you gonna tell him, yo, listen, we talking trannies for the next 2 weeks. What's up? You popping? He gonna be popping with it. Facts. Y'all laughing, but it's true. Y'all laughing, but it's true. That's just what it is. Nigga like Flacco, he gonna be like, yo, we got a Snapchat show. We gonna need you to do the news. Now put it like this. He's probably gonna be like, yo, Flacco, get your own interviews. Let's see what you got going on, but we rating you. Now, Flacco just took a hit because he just interviewed some nigga who exposed Adam. Adam, I told you, Adam just texted me. He ain't really trying to get on no shit right now to talk. Why? Because Flacco interviewed some nigga trying to expose him, right? So cool. That's probably got to get a couple lashings for that, but still, he gonna be straight over there for a while. What he got to do is he got to make sure he keep giving a reason why people are like, you know what I mean? Flacco's job is going to be to bring the niggas into No Jumper. Facts. Go get the viral moment. You might have to get spit on, might have to get slapped, whatever. You might have to go expose somebody. You got to do what Flacco do. Go do that. Keep the niggas involved. We're going to get these new people to talk to Destiny and all them other people. We're going to get the debate popping. All right? Sharp, we need you to get these bitches, you know what I mean, plug talk and OnlyFans popping. Go shout at them. That's a decent business model. Deal with less gangbangers. Now, also, here's another thing, personality-wise. If you think about personality-wise, as the boss, I believe there was also probably a little conflict of it. This is my personal belief. A little bit of conflict of interest when it came to AD because of AD's stature at the place and because of his gang affiliation. When you see Adam busted in on interviews now, he's laying down the law, finally. This ain't no ruling by committee. I'm the boss. So I'll stop the whole interview. You're fired. Get the fuck on out of here. So who are you going to make sure you have continually working at the spot? The people who, when you bust open the door, everybody looks at you like, oh my God, Adam's here. Flacco going to be straight. You know, Flacco loves him. But T-Rail AD had to get them niggas out of there. You feel me? But fortunate for them, they got their own shit. So everybody going to fall on their feet. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But I see more interviews like this. Violet Myers. What's going to happen is that all them little Bronx drill niggas who go over there that got no name, they're going to give all that to Flacco. Hopefully he starts some trouble. Have him do the news. Adam and whoever the white person is that's going to probably be cool with working that type of angle with Adam, they're going to interview all the transgenders. Tell you, man, I just broke down the science to y'all. Gina gonna find herself in a very interesting position because I don't know what her position is, but does she got a back on Fig? Does she has a community? Could she go anywhere? Maybe at worst for her, she just backs up off camera, but they'll repurpose her social media, something like that. Of course, it works.
Gina,
I just told y'all how the whole shit.
Gina do a lot in LA for like a lot of women artists and shit. She just had like a cipher for all females. Yeah. That shit was dope.
I'm not saying she don't do a lot. I'm just saying, I'm telling you who's gonna remain with the brand or what's gonna happen. Because put it like this. Like, if Adam is saying he not really into podcasts and is down to lose AD and T-Rel, you think he's like, oh no, but we're ready to give Gina the podcast. No, motherfucker. Nah, kick it on the news. You do that over there, like pop in here and there. Yeah. Almighty suspect, he just got to be the wild card. You know what I mean? Get that shit lit over there, nigga. He gonna treat him like a nice pit bull. Like, yo, bro, when I bring you in there, I'm gonna bring you in the interview with Skinny from the Nine. You gotta turn up on that nigga. Real talk.
It's crazy.
I'm serious. I'm gonna bring you in there with this nigga. Yo, that nigga just start wilding on him. We viral after that. And by the way, ain't no wrong with it because nigga, everybody got to roll.
Nigga said a pit bull.
I'm serious. You bring in Almighty, be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna be the calm, cool guy. Y'all play good cop, bad cop. Yo, you just act a little ignorant. Nigga say something out of turn, check that nigga. I'll calm you down. Don't swing now, because if you swing, you're going to get me sued. No more swinging, but we going to be viral. We cool. Other than that, not too much rap. Let's get back to the training conversations. Let's talk about what's a woman, what's this, what's that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, hey, you know, D-Wade's kid changing genders. That's what we finna talk about. Let's call it a day. It's over. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
I just told y'all what it is.
Nah, that's a W breakdown, man.
I'm telling y'all,
That
man.
shit going down like phrase, right?
Watch. This is gonna happen. Niggas gonna be like, yo, Act set it up. I ain't set the shit up, nigga. Like, bro, y'all gotta start being perceptive. Yo, niggas was like, yo, Act must be having a great old time. For what? You act like I'm about to hire them niggas. No. I definitely think they're talented.
Them niggas over here trying to get a job yesterday. I know.
Oh, I mean, shit, I would though. I mean, like, that's not where their mind should be though. Like, shit, if T-Rail wanted to come over here, nigga, I offered T-Rail $200,000 today.
W's.
Come over here and come work, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, Ack. I fuck with T-Rail, but I'm gonna have to book him.
Nah, but well, I mean, shit. Adam did the hard work of getting him a name. Like, shit, I'd give them, you know, but I'm not sure. But honestly, you know, and honestly, obviously, I would, you know, they're not about to like do what they did over there and just be like, yeah, I'm doing one show here, then I'm doing back on Fig all day. Nah, but shit, do they deserve to get paid? They deserve to get paid. Fuck yes. And granted, by the way, me paying them, that's me taking a loss. I would be taking a loss. But shit, you know what I mean? You know, when my shit start, I'm probably going to have to take a loss to a certain extent, because you either got to build personalities, or you got to invest to, you know, help build the brand. You know, the brand of No Jumper is already built in terms of people understand it's a revolving door of talent, right? So it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter who sits in those seats, but it's already established that those are seats that might be have different people. So it is what it is.
They said they still trying to figure out what's good with Waiter.
With who?
With Jada.
Yeah, what were they talking about with that shit? Let me know.
I don't know.
The whole
the Nicki tweet.
Oh, by the way, the whole what do you call my man name? Lil Pump shit. I'm gonna tell you what Lil Pump disposition was to me. I can't speak too much about what he was saying about Adam and him fucking the same girls. He said something to me like that before on the phone. Hey, this always gonna make it sound like I'm copping pleas for niggas. There's a lot of shit that go on in hip hop, man, that number one, I don't agree with, but it be going on. If you knew how many of these rappers who be fucking on 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, they go to their show. That SoundCloud era was a nasty era, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your favorite rappers was doing it. Favorite rapper done fucked a 16-year-old. If they was in that SoundCloud era where all them fans was kids, they was fucking them chicks, man. I'm telling you the truth. I know a lot of names. But I'm not here to air people out neither. Unless we got issues. Now I air your bitch ass out. So a lot of niggas keep it a lot cute with me. Cause you know, I just keep them receipts in the back in case the nigga actually act up. You know what I mean? That's why that nigga Metro Boomin that nigga just threw in the white flag. He didn't even wave it, said, threw that bitch. Like, yo, done with you, Ack. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of nastiness was going on. So what Lil Pump is saying, I'm gonna tell you what his disposition, other than the allegations, he said, Lil Pump disposition is merely this. He said, yo, Ack, if you criticize my music or you tell me I'm falling off or I'm not as hot, say it's one thing. He's like, yo, when I was in this game trying to get up, I was trying to get the recognition of somebody like you. He's like, yo, the difference is, and yes, this might not be fair, but it's true. Me and Adam 22 was riding around in a bus like all summer or in a van or whatever. Like, shit, we was doing certain type of illicit activities together. Like, he's seen everything. And if anybody should understand or give us some grace in where we are now, it should be him. He should be the first one to be like, nah, okay, like, he should be the first one making an excuse for copping a plea for us. You know what I mean? And if he's going to be a nigga who's just being unbiased, right, and not saying he shouldn't, if he just going to give it up accordingly and, oh, yeah, this nigga's whack or he's blah, 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 we gonna give it up accordingly with him. We gonna. All right, since you don't got no grace for us now, we gonna tell exactly how we was getting down in the day. Maybe you won't have no grace, but maybe somebody else has grace. Hey, how could I learn the game of how could I learn the business game or the game of music when the only elder I had around me was popping pills and supplying pills with me all day, fucking fans with me? Of course, that's his. He told me this on the phone. He said, "Listen, Ak, you can say it. He can't say it." That's what he literally told me. He said, "Ak, you say it. I ain't tripping. He say it. I'm tripping." He said that nigga was doing the same shit with us. Like, that's the only adult that was around. So of course now we learn the business. Shit, you should be the most person be like, let me give these niggas a little bit of time to figure it out, because when they could have been figuring it out, we was only just like riding around trying to fuck bitches and popping pills and doing coke and doing all that type of shit.
Act. They say that Joe Budden and Adam 22 on Clubhouse together, he called him out type shit.
They're on Clubhouse together right now?
I think so.
Send me the link.
Grant just said that. Your Grant send the link.
Y'all gotta send me the link.
Why won't they, like, you feel me, be blasting, like,
Take your IG, Act.
Take your IG, Act. But why won't they blast Adam? Like, if it was you, bro, you'll be all over the shade room and everything right now. Like, why is this hate coming for Adam, though? Like, nigga, they'd be posting all the clips if it was you.
Because his last name is Graham Mason.
That's what you think?
Hey, that's a real thing, though.
Yo, they said it's not Clubhouse, it's AMP. They on AMP.
Yeah, but that was that conversation wasn't then. The conversation was Joe recording that amp episode right after you did my podcast like 2 days ago. I look it up though. Adam 22, Joe Budden amp. That's before niggas even quit. I'm gonna be honest with you. So like I'm not even too sure how much that was even. Let me see.
That shit 2 hours long.
Let me see if we can find it. Let me see.
Grant just dropped the link.
Lovers only being ambitious at No Jumper, and their views of where the network was headed and your views of where the network was headed is just two different places. Can you speak to me about that? Can you speak